No, but well, we wanted to create a summer project together. So the project kind of went like this. We started in one spot, which is here, then we went out in different directions, and this is kind of the coming together of the two. So what the starting point was essentially translation of space and energy. So I did one thing, Kaiva did another thing, and this is, as I said, the combination of the two. When I created my project in the mountains, what my goal was kind of to create an atmosphere within the performance space that doesn't necessarily project a statement or something to think about, but rather an emotional state, to put the audience into a headspace and an emotional space that is away from the outside world, I suppose. So to reduct all of the other stuff and just have that one emotion or that one thing. And today we did a similar thing, so the theme was mildly nothing, the emotional sense of mildly nothing, just, I suppose, a meditative state. This calmness that we felt that we lack in everyday life, I suppose. So we wanted to create an atmosphere of that and project that onto the audience to give them that.
There are different expectancies from design here and in London, as well as the audience might be a little bit more engaging, but that depends on whether the audience has experienced a lot of performances before and are artists themselves. And I think that makes even a bigger difference than actually the country you're from. It probably does affect the way we think about art.
But I think that in the beginning, when I really started to explore art practice, it affected it a lot, because I was living my life very well, stereotypically northern, introverted, just on my own. So I felt that I had to strongly make like a message or something very projected. But that has, since Central St. Martin's, changed. I think that's the main thing anyway, that the northernness has affected my art practice. But then again, as you develop as an artist, you just grow and become more than your country, I suppose.
My background in art studies in Latvia is very, very different from what I am expected to do in London. But I still feel like I was given the necessary foundation to continue my path in London. However, if I would not have gone there, there would be no growth. So I think that maybe here there's a very good and professional practice in technical subjects and in crafts, and that is a thing that a lot of big art cities lack, because they're all about the concept.
It's funny, it's so similar, because I mean Sweden, well, my background is very technical as well, and if I would have stayed, it would have kept being purely technical, and the conceptualism, well, not conceptualism, but like anything that just brings it more life would have just been dead. Because I don't know, maybe it's the cold even, I don't know. Because if I look at art practice in Stockholm specifically, and in Sweden especially theatrical practice, it's all just, I don't want to say the same, but the same in the way they execute it. Does that make sense?
Yeah. I don't think it's because of the mentality of us, but more of the development of culture. Mm-hmm. And where we have gone for now, which I'm not saying it's something negative, it's just a very different expectancy.
Yeah. It's strange though. There is one aspect I've thought about quite a lot, which is the post-war stuff, because here, well, post-Soviet exists. Up in Sweden, I think we had like 200 years of peace. So the post-suffering, or well, not suffering, the actual suffering has come here, so it feels a bit more lively here than up there, I must say, even though, as you say, it's still very technical.
Yeah, I think actually that's the thing. our history of the country affects the art a lot. Most of the artists, at least at some point of their lives, feel the need to make art that shares a strong narrative about the history of this country. And for a long time, I felt a little bit guilty about not doing that, because I have been raised up as I was raised up to respect my own country and love it, but by now I've come to realize that does not necessarily mean making stuff straightforward, telling the audience how much suffering we've gone through.
Yeah. You don't have to, it doesn't have to be said out loud, it can be other things.